Hey guys, welcome back to another Avatar video, and today we're doing something a bit different. Today we're doing analyzing all of Avatar Aang's fights in book 1. This is going to serve as my 30 subscriber special, and thank you for reaching 30 subscribers, as I greatly appreciate it. And in this video we will showcase all of Aang's growth as his fighting knowledge and style of fighting in book 1 of Avatar. If we get a lot of support, we might do part 2. So we can talk about Aang versus Zuko. So the way I would classify this fight is, after being stuck in the iceberg so long, this demonstrates Aang's skills as the airbender and the avatar, and how he reacts to specific scenarios like this. So first off, Aang surprises Zuko by riding in with a penguin, and after that we get to the point where Aang and Zuko are in like a circle-like arena, and they circle each other as Aang twists his glider, like reflecting all the shots of fire from Zuko. However, the thing is, with this fight, is Aang surrenders as he sees the danger, as he's unable to deflect or reflect all the fire thrown at him, and he sees the harm in the villagers, so he surrenders. So this basically shows how like Aang needs to master specifically airbending techniques. So let's hop into the rematch with Aang versus Zuko. This time Aang has a little time to get used to walking around and like doing stuff. So basically the fighting location is Kyoshi Island, and the introduction starts off with Zuko seeing Aang and throwing, for the first time in the series, throwing range fire blast at Aang that traveled the furthest distance we have ever seen. This time, since Aang has a bit more room, he dodges the first fireball, and the second fireball he redirects with his glider. He then, to get closer to Zuko, he flies a bit with his glider in a spinning motion. After that, he does get closer to Zuko, but gets disarmed, which means he loses his glider. And in a set of urgency, looks for the nearest item he can use to channel his airbending skills. And so he uses a fan, and for the first time in the series, we see Aang use an offensive airbending attack, and he channels his airbending as a powerful force through the fans, launching Zuko into a nearby house. And that's basically the end of the fight. It was short, but it shows how like the difference in like arena and like how like the set of conditions, because Aang really relies on a lot of like tools to channel his airbending, as without his glider he's like a little bit worse at using it. So maybe as the series progresses, we can see a difference in Aang's fighting ability, as like early on he uses his tools, which can be like fans or his glider, mainly his glider. So Aang's win-loss is probably just 1 win and 1 loss. So in this fight we visit Aang versus Boony. We start off the fight with Boony going on offense and launching a rock at Aang. Aang once again uses the same glider tactic to get closer to enemies, which we see in the previous episodes. Aang falls down because Boony launches another rock at Aang. And then Boony creates pillars of earth that arc out at an angle in which Aang tries to avoid but gets caught by it. He then escapes and then creates an air scooter, so he can, after that, he launches offensive airbending slash, which Boony blocks. So we obviously see a lot of defensive and offensive attacks with Aang here. And so basically Aang tries to go for another attack after that, but he tries to gain speed, but then gets sunken into earth, which catches him off guard. Aang escapes from being sunken into the earth, and he tries to become aware of what's happening, but then nearly gets hit by a huge boulder, which shows his awareness. That he needs to work on his improving his awareness in a fight. And then after that, Boony uses earthbending to throw a massive rock at Aang. Aang, a bit frightened, creates a tornado using earthbending, which redirects the boulder and causes Boony to shield himself from it, which Aang uses as a distraction to launch at Boony with his glider. So basically, this fight shows Aang's ability to move and evade skillfully as an airbender, which we see Aang do. So this fight is the best fight in the series for Aang to gain experience from, is he needs to work on not being caught off guard and being aware of what's going on in these bending battles. So this is Aang's second win. So yeah, I guess the wins are balanced. Aang versus Jet. So this is going to be the final fight of the series, if you don't count the artificial ones where Aang is being powered by something else. Don't worry, we will still use the Avatar state, but he was using it for another purpose or channeling his energy into something else. So yeah, so basically how this fight starts off is, as a skilled sword fighter, Jet first takes Aang's glider. As always, this is as Aang's main tool for using airbending, which stops him from doing certain attacks. And after that, in the next few shots, we can see Jet attack Aang with a few slashes, but Aang dodges as always, as he is very skillful at dodging as a airbender. After that, there's a chase between Aang and Jet. So Jet surprises Aang with another slash, but luckily Aang avoids it in time. Aang uses his normal offensive airbending blast, but this time his opponent just dodges it as easily, as Aang in this fight has never had to deal with somebody as fast and mobile before. Aang kicks Jet into a tree, but Jet recovers. And after that, Jet also tanks Aang's next airbending attack. Jet catches up with Aang, pulls him down using his sword. When they land, Aang dodges Jet's attack in a rapid pace, followed by sneaking under the tree trunk, and then Aang then channels a power tunnel of wind, which is used again, as this attack was first seen in episode 6 of Avatar, which was in prison. So after that, Jet is overpowered by the wind and falls, but catches himself on a tree. The downfall of this was Aang was not paying attention as he was avoiding Jet and falls into a tree branch, ultimately ending the fight. If anything, this shows the power of Aang as he constantly improves his movement as an airbender, which is his greatest defense, and he needs to work on his awareness skills as a airbender. So this is just it for book 1, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As if this video receives a lot of support or nothing bad happens with copyright, then we could do part 2 of all the fights in Avatar book 2, which has way more fights than book 1 with Aang. So, alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this 30 subscriber special. So we've been doing a lot of support. And peace out, guys.